Ionic compounds. Ionic compounds. An ionic compound is a chemical compound composed of ions held together by electrostatic forces, termed ionic bonding. Ions are atoms with an electrostatic charge. The compound is neutral overall, but consists of positively charged ions called cations and negatively charged ions called anions. Ionic bonding. Ionic bonding is a type of chemical bonding that involves the electrostatic interaction between oppositely charged ions and is the primary interaction occurring in ionic compounds. It is one of the main types of bonding, along with covalent bonding and metallic bonding. Properties of ionic compounds. Physical nature. Ionic compounds are solids and are somewhat hard because of the strong force of attraction between the positive and negative ions. These compounds are generally brittle and break into pieces when pressure is applied. Melting and boiling points. Ionic compounds have high melting and boiling points. This is because a considerable amount of energy is required to break the strong inter-ionic attraction. Solubility. Electrovalent compounds are generally soluble in water and insoluble in solvents such as kerosene, petrol, etc. Conduction of electricity. The conduction of electricity through a solution involves the movement of charged particles. A solution of an ionic compound in water contains ions, which move to the opposite electrodes when electricity is passed to the solution. Ionic compounds in the solid state do not conduct electricity because movement of ions in the solid state is not possible due to their rigid structure. But ionic compounds conduct electricity in the molten state. This is possible in the molten state since the electrostatic forces of attraction between the oppositely charged ions are overcome due to the heat. Thus, the ions move freely and conduct electricity. Formation of ionic compounds. For example, let's take two elements, sodium and chlorine. Sodium has 1 electron in its outermost shell while chlorine has 7. So sodium shares this 1 electron to chlorine so that both can have an octet. Sodium becomes electropositive while chlorine becomes electronegative, and both combine to form the ionic compound called sodium chloride.